this vast data, like every 3 or 4 years, there's like a storage unicorn. Although storage companies don't want to be called storage companies, they want to be called data companies.
Right.
Uh, and they're not hardware companies; they're software companies. I
Yeah.
got it. It's pure storage. No, it's like we're a data company. Vast data. We're a data company.
Yeah.
Anyways, what's going on here? $9 billion.
Crazy, right? So they announced their series, I think it was last week. Yeah, last week they announced their Series E funding led by Fidelity, Fidelity Research, and there were a couple of other players in there. And it was 113 million or so in funding they got. And it's interesting, if you read the blog from Jeff Denworth, their CMO, he says it's going to sit in the bank and collect interest, just like our Series B, C, and D funding is. I'm
That's
like,
so
man,
that's so Jeff. I mean that in a positive way, Jeff.
yeah.
But
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it is unapologetically bold, right? And but they've got it. They've hit it, man. They are that unicorn. And you're right. They don't. I think when I talk to them, they cringe at the kind of suggestion that they're a storage company. And if you look back to their announcements over the summer, their database or their data management platform, they put out their database offering that they've developed and are starting to roll out into the market. They really are trying to go up from the let's just store your data to let's manage this and let's move it around and let's not just on disk, but let's manage this within our own repositories and give you better performance for applications. And it's resonating, the story, because clearly, right? $9 billion valuation. They're in every God blessed 3-letter agency within the U.S. government. The most mission critical, or I should say performance critical applications are running on top of them. They have companies lined up wanting to do partnerships. They're doing something right. So I think they're certainly there's a huge storage element to them, but I see where they want to go from a growth perspective and a kind of adjacency perspective, and it feels like the market's kind of aligned with them, given what we're seeing in this valuation.
Yeah, they look good. They've got $1 billion in cumulative software bookings. They've got 3x year-over-year growth, and they've had positive cash flow for the last 12 quarters. So they're doing something right.
Yeah, and by the way, Vast Data is a data company, right? What they're doing is they're integrating elements of database that normally is separate and moving it into their stack. They've had just an amazing amount of success in AI, and for those government agencies who want a larger company, they have an alliance. Is it on block storage with HPE, or is it object storage? I forget exactly which one, but there's an alliance there to get larger institutions on board. So,
it's funny because a lot of times you see these startups that they find their niche, right? They solve that problem, and then you see them kind of try and expand up the stack. In some ways, Vast is different, right? Because they are at the largest orgs, and strangely enough, like their partnership with HPE is going to bring them down market, not up market, right? So, I mean, they've done a great job of satisfying those really big deployments. Now they need to figure out a way to serve the masses or to hit the masses. And I think that's part of what goes behind GreenLake and maybe other partnerships they do in the future. But man, it's an impressive story. Impressive guys over there.
What are they doing globally, Matt?
I'm sorry?
What are they doing globally?
From a sales and marketing, or from no, they're everywhere. They recently opened up an office in Italy. They're all around Western Europe, Southeast Asia, South America, and of course North America. You mentioned their bookings and their kind of growth over the last 12 quarters. I had some number, I forget what it is, but even their employees, they're just exploding. They can't hire people fast enough to meet the demand of their customers.